Good evening everybody, it's Charlie and welcome back to another video on the Chatting Leeds YouTube channel. Hope everyone has had a great Friday so far. It's finally the weekend. Football, proper football I should say, is definitely well and truly back. As Leeds United are taking on Swansea City tomorrow afternoon at Elland Road. First game back after the break. We're going to preview that game tonight. Just before we do, please make sure that you are smashing that like button. Please subscribe to the channel if you are brand new and hit the notification bell. And of course, get all your thoughts and opinions into the comment section down below. And if you haven't already, go and check out the membership perks on the channel. If you just click the join button on the channel, all the information will be there. If you can contribute anything, that would be very, very much appreciated to try and help grow the channel. But like I said, we're here this evening to preview the Swansea game. Feels like quite a while ago now, doesn't it? That Queen's Park Rangers game at Loftus Road, where, you know, it wasn't the result we would have wanted, but given we were 2-0 down in that game, I think to come away with a point was probably not bad under the circumstances. And obviously it's given us 2 weeks, hasn't it, to kind of dwell and to kind of mentally and physically prepare ourselves for the next 8 games, because let me tell you, anybody thinking that this is going to be a walk in the park, that this is going to be a breeze, you know, you clearly don't know Leeds United, do you? And, you know, and I could probably say this for the other 2 teams as well, you know, Sheffield United and Burnley, you know, they're probably going to be nervous as well, just as much as we are, but I think we've got that past experience of falling apart, and we just don't want that again, do we? We just really, really do not want that. We don't want to be making our way down Wembley Way at the end of May. So, yeah, like I say, we've just got to strap ourselves in and try and enjoy the ride now, haven't we? Obviously, Sheffield United, at the time this video goes out, Sheffield United and Coventry will have kicked off. So I'm recording ahead of that game, guys. So, yeah, always rated Frank Lampard. Great bloke, great manager, and I've always loved Coventry City as well. Good club. But yeah, you know, hopefully they can do us a favour tonight and next week when they play Burnley as well. But again, on to Leeds United. Swansea, have a very entertaining game against them last time out. Up at, well, I know it as the Liberty Stadium. I'm not sure if it's called that anymore, but you know, the prime Barclays days, it was the Liberty Stadium, wasn't it? So we'll go with that. 4-3 winners that day. We conceded a late equaliser in like the 90th minute, for then Willing Onto to score a winner literally about 2 minutes after that. It was a crazy game that, yeah, just an absolutely, I remember that one was not a game for the heart rate at all, because wow, it took some doing getting through that game, but we managed to get it over the line. And obviously they were under their former manager then, who liked to play the high line, which I think Leeds exploited quite a lot that day. And I remember when we played them at their place last season, when we beat them 4-0 up there, and, you know, the high line that they played was just ridiculous. You know, I don't get why he continued to do that this season, which ultimately probably cost him his job in the end. And it's Alan Sheehan who's in charge of them until the end of the season now. So obviously not quite sure how he sets his team up to play. I doubt that Swansea are going to come to Elland Road and try and park the bus. I think they'll actually come and, you know, try to play football, which I think will suit us down to the ground, because they don't have the quality that we do. They don't have the quality to break us down at all, in my opinion. And I think we would easily pick them off if they come and play like that. So hopefully they do. But yeah, you know, obviously as we touched upon in the press conference, you know, Ethan Ampadu being back in the squad is huge. Even if he doesn't start the game, you know, if he is needed to come on in maybe the second half just to, you know, shore things up in the middle, you know, it's a great option to have on your bench. But I think if he is fit enough, I think he'll start him. If he's fit enough, I could see him starting. But, you know, it's not really a game that I would be rushing him into if I was Daniel Farke. I think Rothwell and Tanaka could easily do the job in the midfield tomorrow against that Swansea team. Obviously, they don't have Matt Grimes in the middle now, as he moved to Coventry, ironically. So, you know, they've not really got anything to play for. You know, I watched the game against Burnley when they played Burnley in the last game before the break, and Burnley beat them 2-0, but it was an easy day for Burnley. It was a really easy, they weren't great at all. So, if we can turn up and just be 70-80% at it, I think we could easily do the job tomorrow. I'm really, really looking forward to getting back to Elland Road and getting back amongst the South Stand. And yeah, I think, we've kind of wanted this jeopardy, haven't we, all season? The games have been a bit workmanlike, a bit, boring to an extent, in a sense of, the atmosphere hasn't been at its electric best at Elland Road because we've just been dominating teams too easily. But I think it doesn't really matter what opposition we're playing at the minute. There's jeopardy on these games now. 8 games left on the same amount of points as Sheffield United at the time of recording this video. 2 points ahead of Burnley. It's tight. It's really tight in this race now. So all points will be massively, welcomed. And yeah, like I say, even though it's Swansea, they're 16th in the division, it should be a routine home win for Leeds United. I do think we'll win the game, but will it be routine? Probably not. Because like I say, there's that added pressure now. Every game is a cup final now. It really is. The fixtures that all 3 teams have got left, I think probably we've got the easiest running on paper. I look at the Luton game away next week, and I look at the Middlesbrough away game a few days after that as maybe the potential 2 where I'd take 4 points out of them 2 right now, if I'm being honest with you. But these games, your Swansea's at home, Preston's at home, Oxford away, Stoke at home, Plymouth away on the final day, I expect to win. Obviously, Bristol City, that could be a tough one if they're still fighting for playoffs. But, it is what it is. It is the Championship, and you can never really predict 100% outcomes of games, especially in such tight run-ins like we're in the middle of right now. I think the atmosphere will be good at Elland Road tomorrow because there's something on the line. Every 3 points now is vital. And yeah, as I said, Swansea, 16th for the division. It should be a win. I do think we'll win the game. Scoreline. I will go 3-1 Leeds. And I'm going to go with Dan James, Joel Perreault, and funnily enough, I think Brendan Aronson will score in this game. So I'll go with 3-1 to Leeds United. And like I say, hopefully, if you're watching this after the Sheffield United Coventry game and Coventry have won, buzzing, get in. If you're watching it and Sheffield United have won, right, fine, okay then. But if Sheffield United lose tonight, the atmosphere will be rocking tomorrow, especially if we win. And obviously Burnley have not got an easy game tomorrow at the same time as us. They've got Bristol City. Again, we've seen recently, that they caused Sheffield United to drop points at home. Hopefully they do the same to Burnley at Turf Moor tomorrow. But yeah, it's really that territory now, isn't it, where we're all just going to be watching Sheffield United and Burnley games. I've already warned the missus. I've said, there's going to be plenty of football on the telly over the next few weeks, even if it's not Leeds. So just get used to it, basically. And hopefully on the 3rd of May, it'll all be over. It's literally about 5-6 weeks away. It's not long at all. Really not long. A lot of football still to be played. All still in the balance. But yeah, we start our first of 8 cup finals tomorrow at Elland Road against Swansea. I'm going with a 3-1 Leeds United win. Let me know in the comment section down below, guys, what you think. Do you think we'll win, and what score, and who's your goal scorers? How do you think Sheffield United and Burnley will get on this weekend as well? And yeah, if you've enjoyed the content, please make sure that you're smashing that like button. It really does help get the video out there to more people. Make sure you're subscribing. Make sure you're hitting the notification bell and checking out the membership feature. And I will be back on the channel tomorrow once I'm back from the game to give you my thoughts on it. And I'll see you then. Cheers.